Okay, you guys. So welcome to tonight. Super excited for tonight. Um, I know this is a little bit last minute, just being end of the year. We kind of just found out about this like last week, which we're so excited about. And we are so freaking honored and excited to have Kimble on our team. Not on our team, but like part of our Q family now. Him and his wife are doing incredible things. Um, just being honest, Kimball, like I've been in the industry of network marketing and health and wellness now for 8.5 years, and no challenge has been interesting to me besides this one.
Oh, wow.
So
That's good.
I'm super excited how you guys have structured this. Um, I know that y'all are just such a blessing to Q Sciences. Just a little bit about Kimball. He's a former gym owner and longtime personal trainer and coach. He attended the University of Nevada, where he played football as a linebacker, and he earned his degree in kinesiology. And over the past 10 years, Kimball has worked individually with people from many different backgrounds and many different goals. And he specializes in body composition change, whether that's to gain muscle or to lose body fat. Hello, I'm here for it. And for his own training, Kimball enjoys powerlifting and bodybuilding. His wife is his power partner. They do this together. Um, she's equally awesome. So, Kimball, I want you to take it away. Give us what you have about. I know that we've heard from you on Q News, but I know just hearing personally from you what your vision is for this, what this is going to entail. And then I know that people have a couple of questions.
Totally. Yeah. So I know I've talked a lot about the challenge and the platform and everything in Q News, the live we did last Monday. Um, and I'll touch on all that again today. But, the way that I see Q Fit and, again, Stacy and I have only been here since September. So we've only been here a few months. And I've been able to learn so much about Q Sciences and just the kind of company it is and the things that it values, right? The things that the leaders value, Mark and Jake. I've been able to see them work, you know, and interact with them and other people at corporate and a lot of different leaders in the field as well. And so it's been awesome for me to really understand the mindset and understand the overarching goal, right? And the values that everybody shares across the company. And so, we've really tried to embody that in what we're doing with QFit. Um, and Q Sciences obviously has amazing products. It's got really awesome programs that really do help people develop a quintessential lifestyle, right? Which is the goal. Um, and you see that with the financial freedom movement. You see that in the kids club, all the different things that we're doing. And QFit just falls in line with all of that, right? It's to help people live better lives, have a quintessential lifestyle, and it goes hand in hand with everything else that we're doing. Um, and I think, I look back at what QFit was in the past, and I guess it hasn't been around forever, that long. But when things first started shutting down, I know there were a few leaders in the field that started to do fitness challenges. They started to do little things to help, establish community and still have good interaction and support. And I think, if it weren't for that, I probably wouldn't be here, and QFit wouldn't be what it is now, and we wouldn't be going in the direction that we're going in. So I'm grateful, that those people took the initiative to do that. And really what it did was it proved to Mark and Jake that this is something worth investing in. This is something worth really doubling down on to build out because it can help people. And so that's why, Stacy and I were lucky enough to come onto the team and be hired full time to focus just on QFit, which is a big difference compared to the past. This is our full time focus, and we're able to we have a lot of resources at our disposal, and we can do it the right way, right? And so the big thing that's coming out in January is obviously the platform. It's the app, right? And I haven't avoided using the term app because that's what it is. But I think a lot of times when we think of an app, we just think of kind of like a machine, just like a plug and play. Turn it on. There's no human element to it, but that couldn't be farther from the truth with what we're coming out with. And I think not only is this unique within QFit itself, but this is unique in the fitness industry, I think. Other fitness apps, that's literally all they are. From anything that I've seen, it's like a library, is what those things are. They have workouts on them, but there's no real support. There's no human interaction, and I think that's why a lot of times people fail. And it's hard. It's hard to succeed if it is just some kind of plug and play thing. You don't have any support or accountability. And so that's what we really wanted to try to integrate into this app is, not only do we hope to inspire people to make positive changes, not only physically, but in all different aspects of wellness. And we want to provide that inspiration, also provide the tools and the resources necessary, to be able to succeed, and also the community and just the support and the culture of Q Sciences all in one spot. And so that is the mindset that we've had going into creating this. And yeah, like I said, we're launching this with the challenge, the resolutions challenge. And I'm sure some of you have heard me talk about it already, but this challenge is different. We're not just focusing on weight loss, right? It's not just like a weight loss challenge. It's not, who can put on the most muscle or have the best before and after picture. This is a challenge that I think can have a positive impact on everybody who participates, regardless of what your goal is. And that's why we called it the resolutions challenge. Now that the holidays are over, and people are moving to this new year, and I think probably now more than ever, this year more than ever, we're kind of looking forward to the future and really thinking about what it is we want, who it is, like who is it that we want to be, what kind of things do we want to develop, in all different aspects, health, wellness, career, all those different aspects. And so that's the focus of this challenge. It's establishing those firm resolutions, right? And of course, we're going to have workout programs. We've got a variety to choose from. We'll have meal plans, those kinds of things, right? The tools that I was talking about, in order to make those changes that we want to make. But I said this in the live with in Q News with Jake, is a lot. I think for a lot of people going into New Year's resolutions, and I'm guilty of this as well. I think all of us are. It's easy to think of what we want, right? It's easy to think of, I want to make more money, or I want to lose 10 pounds. I want, this promotion or whatever it may be. It's easy to think of the what, but it's a little bit harder to come up with the how and the why, which I think are absolute pillars, if we're trying to actually follow through and be successful. And so that's what we're going to really focus on as we go throughout this challenge week to week. Is we'll have weekly prompts, I guess you'd call them, kind of weekly assignments, weekly tasks, weekly challenges, that will really force you to dig deep and critically think about what it is you want, and then establishing a plan on how you're going to go get it. And that could be anything, right? And that's why I say this is something that can be beneficial for everybody, regardless of what your goal is. And so, we wanted to make this challenge different, and we believe that, by doing it this way, that it will be different. And we're excited for it. I'm excited about it. I'm going through all the same things everybody else is, and I'll be on the platform all the time to where we can interact, we can troubleshoot, we can, you'll have access to coaching from me and other people, right? One thing I'm super excited about is that, we're this thing is going to grow. QFit and the platform and everything, like, this is literally just the beginning. It's not just going to be me. Obviously, we've got my wife Stacy, who has been pretty sick the last little while. We're just into our second trimester, right, with our first child, and so she's been pretty sick with that. So you'll start to see more and more of her moving forward. I've got some awesome resources and friends that I've worked with over the years that I'll have them get involved with what we're doing. And I've already talked to them, and they're excited about it. And so there's a lot to come with QFit, right? This challenge is just the very beginning. And so to talk specifically a little bit about the challenge. So to get into the challenge, we've come up with 5 different packs, my QFit packs. A few of them are tailored more towards weight loss, a few more towards muscle building, recovery, those kinds of things. And so before the end of the month, which I know is only a couple days away, with a purchase of one of those packs, you get into the challenge for free. Okay, that's the ticket into the challenge. And so next week, Monday, which is the 4th, on that day, everyone who's bought a pack is going to get an email with a promo code. And that promo code you'll be able to use on the 4th, same day, to go to the website and you click on the button that says get the app, and you'll be able to put that promo code in to get the app for free. Right now, the app is $29.99 a month, subscription based, but with the purchase of the pack, it's free for the duration of the challenge. Okay. When you first get into the app, you'll be able to set up your account starting Monday. There'll be a consultation form that will ask you a few basic questions just for us to get to know you, for us to be able to understand where you're coming from, how active you are, what your goals are. We'll ask you what program you want to try, what workout program you want to do. And there's 3 to choose from, starting out in this challenge. There's the QDB30 program, which is a dumbbell and body weight only program. You can do it at home. You can do it at the gym. All you need is a set of dumbbells. And I would recommend 25 pounds at the very heaviest, based on the style of workouts you'll do. And then we have Q Strong, which is a strength-based program, functional strength training. With that program, you will need a gym. That one is going to be barbells, dumbbells, bands, kettlebells, med balls. I mean, you name it. It'll be in that program. And so that's a really good program. If strength training is something that you're interested in, but don't have a lot of experience in, that I think that program is great because you're led through every exercise. There's tutorial videos on everything, so you'll know how to do them. And a program is something that is, and I might get into the weeds here. I'll try not to, but there's a difference between, training and working out. There's a difference, and the way these programs are built is they're progressive. So the way that they're structured is you're starting out, and it's, as time goes on, things will get harder. You'll progress throughout the program, and it's built that way. So even though the Q Strong program may be a little bit more advanced than the others, there's nothing to be afraid of, because starting out, it's pretty simple, and you'll learn as you go. So that's a really good program. And then the last one is Q Select. Q Select it's an interesting program. So with that program, there are no scheduled workouts. So you'll have a calendar in the app that will have all your workouts scheduled for your program, but Q Select will not have scheduled workouts. Instead, it will have essentially an on-demand feature where you can select from a variety of different workouts. And we're going to have yoga, we'll have Pilates, we'll have cardio dance fitness, we'll have HIIT style workouts, bar we'll have on there. And these are workouts that you can do from home. And they're all follow along, and they're all about 30 minutes long. So you can just stream it to your TV, follow along, and it's just fun and simple, something the whole family can do. And it's really easy that way. So that's Q Select. Those are the 3 programs you can choose from, and you'll tell us which one you want to do in the consultation form. Talking about the meal plans next. So we're starting out with 5 different meal plans, and I know that there are hundreds of different styles of eating. With time, we'll build more and more to accommodate for all those different things, especially, based on demand of what people want to do and want to try. But starting out, the 5 that we're starting with is, the first is a family-friendly meal plan. The second one is a vegan meal plan. There's gluten-free meal plan, and then a low-calorie, high-protein, and then a high-calorie, high-protein. So those are the 5 programs you can choose from for a meal plan. And all of those are adjustable, right? And we'll talk a lot about that as we're going through it, because I know some people might have allergies to certain foods. Some people might not have access potentially to some of those foods. And so, I'll talk a lot about how we can make tweaks and how you can kind of form it and mold it and shape it to be useful for you. Okay. So you'll be able to choose from one of those 5 meal plans. Another question we'll ask on that consultation form is, how many people do you want that meal plan to feed? And that's something that I've never done with meal plans before. But, as we thought about it more and more, that makes so much sense, just because, people that I've had get on meal plans in the past, especially people with families, it's been extremely hard for them to, follow a meal plan, cook meals for themselves, and then also cook meals for their families. So they're cooking twice, and it does not work. It just doesn't. And so we've structured this to where you'll be able to tell us how many people you want that meal plan to feed. So if you have a family of 5, we'll give you a meal plan that will serve a family of 5, right? So your family can do it along with you. And again, we'll talk about making little adjustments here and there based on, maybe somebody in your family has different preferences or allergies or those kinds of things. And so we'll be able to adjust it to make it work for everybody. And that's really the goal, is we want this platform, this challenge, everything to be something that is beneficial for everyone, right? We don't want to alienate anybody. Um, that's never the goal. So those are the meal plans. Talking about the community side. So within the platform, we will be able to put everybody into groups, and there, especially with time, there'll be a whole variety of a bunch of different types of groups, because we want to put people who are working towards the same things. We want you guys to associate with each other, right? We want to interact with each other. We want to support, encourage, troubleshoot. If we're having issues, we got people to reach out to. um, and so we'll create those groups. And so obviously with this resolution challenge, that's going to be a group, right? Everyone who's in the challenge. And then we'll have a few subgroups and things that we'll go through once everyone's on the platform that you'll be able to jump into if you want to. And so that's the community side. And that feature really works a lot like a Facebook page, a Facebook feed. You're able to post, you're able to tag people, you can post workouts that you're doing, a meal that you've done, and a lot of those kinds of things. A lot of my interaction with everybody will be within those groups, along with Stacy and some of the other coaches. And then, like I said too, you guys will be able to, message me and message other coaches directly. So if there is something, maybe a little bit more private or something you don't want to really put into the group, you have a question about or need help with something, we're there. Um, and so that's kind of covers the groups. Let's talk about cash money. So we've got $10,000 in the prize pool. So there's money up for grabs, and there's a lot of different ways for people to win money. Okay, this isn't one winner that gets 10 grand, but we will have a first, second, and third place winner. The first place winner is going to get $3,000 cash for a 30-day challenge. It's not bad. The second place winner will get $2,000. First place will get 1,000, or second or third place. Sorry, third or let me go through that one more time. First place gets 3,000. Second place gets 2,000. Third place gets 1,000. Okay, so that's how the top three will win. The way to win is consistency, right? It's consistency. It will be responses to those resolution prompts that we send out. It will be the people who are most consistent with the workouts, their workout program, and people who are the most consistent with the accountability with the meal plans. Okay, and we'll have things all throughout each week, that you'll know what you need to be responding to if you're wanting to win one of the top three prizes. Okay, some smaller prizes on the side that people can win. So we'll have multiple $500 cash prize winners at the end of the challenge, and that will be based on a few of those categories individually. So whoever has the longest workout streak. So every time you do a workout from your program, you accumulate. You do them consecutively. You create a streak. So person with the longest streak. The next one will be people who are most consistent with the meal plans. And then in that category as well, we will have a body transformation one. So $500 go to the person who has the best body transformation. Within the platform, you're able to do a before and an after picture, and it guides you through that whole process. And so that's not the main focus, but I know for a fact that there will be people who want to do that. They want to see their physical progress and their physical changes over the span of the challenge. And so that will be an option, right? You can do that if you want to compete for that $500. Aside from that, we'll have giveaways. We'll do different things. We've got a bunch of swag. We've got blender bottles. We've got hoodies, beanies, all that kind of stuff. And so there's something for everybody. Everyone's got a chance to win. And, my hope is that people can really take something away from the resolution challenges that we do each week. And that will last all year. That will last throughout the year. And it will kind of give you, maybe teach you a few kind of tips and tricks, some skills and things to maintain that throughout the entire year. And so that's really my hope. So I know that's a ton of information, but hopefully everybody feels good about what we're about to do. They're ready to jump in. And then, yeah, if you have any questions for me, please let me know.
That's awesome though. Yeah, I think you broke it down in a way that we could digest easily, so it wasn't too much. You really did
Good.
a great job presenting that. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely.
I know that one question that I have, and I think a couple of people have this question as well. What if we do a current workout that isn't necessarily included in what y'all have said? Like I have a Peloton and
Absolutely.
I love to Peloton. Would that qualify for a workout? Or like
Yes.
somebody just said they do um somebody in that said they do kickboxing and she wants
Yeah.
to stay do kickboxing. Is that still going to qualify?
Yes, absolutely. So it's not just about doing our programs. And I would, I would encourage you, I guess, to still do the workouts, that we provide. Not that you have to do all of them, right? But that you'll do those workouts. But another feature on the platform as well is that you can input your own workouts. And so
Nice. Okay.
I know a lot of people have had questions about Peloton specifically, and I know Peloton has an app and they have workouts on that app and those kinds of things. And it doesn't directly integrate with what we're doing. So it's not like it will take all of your badges and different things from Peloton and just push it into MyQFit.
Right.
It won't do that. But if you want to have all of that tracked and you want it to count towards what you're doing in the challenge, then what you can do is, on your calendar on the app on MyQFit, you can click on a day and it will give you an option to input your own workout, and you can choose from a variety of things. And so for Peloton, there's a cycling option. You can click cycling and then you can input your stats. You can say how long you cycled for, and you can take that directly from the Peloton app. Say how many calories you burned, what was your average speed, your power output, those kinds of things. You can pull that over and it will save, and we'll see that. It will see that you did a cycling workout for an hour or whatever, and it will count towards the overall push for workout consistency and those kinds of things. Another thing is that the MyQFit will directly integrate with an Apple Watch and also a Fitbit. So
Oh,
if
that's
you did go,
awesome.
yeah, if you did go kickboxing or whatever, you're a different class, went running, you can sync your Fitbit or your Apple Watch to MyQFit, and it will pull all that information in. And so we'll be able to see that as well, and it will track it and graph it. It's really cool how you can see your progress over time, um, and really see what trends, and maybe if something isn't working, you'll know, you can pinpoint why, just because all the stats and the data and the things that it pulls. So
That is so cool. So let me ask you this. Just,
mhm.
I mean, I'm asking from a Peloton standpoint. I don't use an Apple Watch or a Fitbit. I have one, but I just don't feel like it does
Sure.
for me what I want it to do. But how do I'm using an actual Peloton,
Right.
but so it saves that information to my Peloton app and I can transfer that information from the app to the other app, basically, is what you're telling me.
You can, but it has to be manual. You got to do it manually. You got to input it on your own. It won't.
Manually.
Yeah,
Okay. So I can do that from my bike though. Like I could sit there and look at that information
absolutely.
from my
It-
bike and put it. So it's basically honor system. Like I'm not,
yeah,
obviously,
yeah.
I mean,
That's a great
someone,
question. That's a really good question. So I will say, it's not difficult for us to tell whether or not you've done your workouts. Because one thing that obviously you could do, so within the workouts and stuff, obviously you could click start and finish back to back, and say that you did it. You could input fake stuff, and if somebody wanted to do that for a whole bunch of workouts, technically they could. But yeah, like I said, I will say that it's not difficult for us to tell whether or not you actually did your workouts. Um,
right.
Not that anyone would do that, right? But just so
Right. I would hope not. I would
nobody,
hope not.
right?
Um, so yeah, somebody did just say, yes, you do have to enter it all manually if you're doing it from a Peloton.
Yes,
So from a Fitbit or from an Apple Watch, though, same thing, or it syncs together.
it syncs. Yeah, it
It
syncs
syncs.
together. It'll
Okay.
pull it automatically. Yeah, from an Apple Watch or Fitbit.
Wow, how
Um,
amazing. Now, I know another question that's been floating around, and I've already asked this. I emailed this to you and I sent it to my group.
mhm.
But just for clarification, there's some people that are saying, I already have the products that are in the or in the fit pack. Do
Right.
I still need to buy another pack in order to enter this challenge, or can I just purchase the app?
So you can just purchase the app, although you will not be in the challenge. It's a purchase of the pack. Between the 21st when they went live to the end of the month, that is what will get you into the challenge. But if you want to just get on the app, you'll still have access to programs, access to meal plans. You still have the same coaching, right? We're still there for you. You're just not competing for any of the cash money. You're not, you're not competing in the challenge. You won't do any of the resolution stuff. But yes, you can, starting on January 4th. I think we go live at noon is the plan. But January 4th, you can go to the website, you can get the app, you can pay $29.99, and you're in, just like everybody else, right? Just not in the challenge.
Okay, got
Yep.
it. And so some people are asking, is there a way we can see a sample of the meal plans?
Yes. Let me. So there's a. Let me think. Let me see if I can pull it up on my tablet here.
And if that's
So
something you just want to email me too, I can get
yeah.
that to everybody. That's probably
Okay. That's probably easier. Yeah. Let's do that. So what I will say with the meal plans is that they are broken up into. So you'll have basically a weekly schedule, right, of food, and eating. And so within that week, we give you a grocery list, everything you need for that week. Obviously, some things will last longer than just a week, like a jar of peanut butter, for example. It'll last a lot longer than that week. But you'll see, what you need to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks between, and those things are changeable, right? If you want to move a snack to later in the day or whatever, you can totally do that. But it's a 7-day schedule, and then the way that we've built them out is I've tried to have every single recipe be 30 minutes or less. So it's not going to take a ton of time to cook any of it. And also, one thing I've tried to do as well is that I've tried to create, um, just for ease's sake, right, to make it easier. A lot of dinners I'll have you cook extra to have for lunch the next day. So there'll be some kind of bulk cooking, I guess you'd say, just to get you to the next day to where you're not cooking every single meal. You'll have enough to kind of last you more than just one day, right? And it's not really meal prep, but it's just kind of it's built that way just to make it simple and easy to do. So um,
I love
that's
that.
kind of the way the meal plans are built. Yeah,
My experience in anything like this, it has to be simple for most people.
absolutely,
And it can't be because then otherwise I'm like falling off the wagon because I'm so annoyed that this is too much, you know?
totally.
So
One
that's
and one thing, yeah, one thing I'd say is like, you know, a lot of I think, and that's the difference I think too between a lot of challenges and things that are out there is, there's such thing as too extreme, like too much. And the way that I look at fitness, especially now, it was a different when I was in college, probably and single. But like now, fitness and physical health and all that stuff, it's for me. It's for my benefit, right? I'm not gonna, and not that you don't have to sacrifice things in order to progress, right? In anything, but especially fitness and those things, you have to make sacrifices. But if what we're doing on the app, what fitness is, shouldn't take away from other areas of your life. It should add to them, right? Fitness is for you. It's for us. It's not. We don't serve fitness, or exercise or those kinds of things, or a style of eating or a diet. Um, you know, I think it's important that we have something that is easy to do, can be implemented to our lives. Of course, yes, it will require some discipline, right?
right.
It might force us to change a little bit, but it is for our overall benefit. And if it's something that is making us extremely stressed, if it's causing issues or whatever, then why are we doing it? If it's causing problems, or if it's taking away from other things we should be focusing on, right?
Right.
If we're so involved with fitness or so obsessed with it that we're falling behind with what we should be doing for work, or we're neglecting our relationships with our friends and family, what are we doing? We're failing. Right? That is not what fitness is for. And so, um, that's my perspective, and I think
I love
that's
that.
what hopefully everyone feels the same way as they go through the platform.
I love that. That's exactly why I love this challenge and why I'm like, oh, I could probably. So the challenge is 6 weeks, right?
It's only a month, so we're going
Okay,
from
it's
the
only a month.
11th.
So yeah,
Yep,
so that's what somebody
11th
was
of
asking about
January.
the app. It's
Mhm.
it's for the entire duration of the challenge. So somebody just
Yes.
asked that. And
Okay.
then food costs, I'm sure you guys are working on making it like affordable for people.
Totally. Oh yes.
I mean,
In my
people can
Yes.
fancy it up, get organic grass fed. That's on you, right? But it's
Totally.
yeah.
My experience is you'll this is way cheaper than eating out. If you eat out frequently, following this meal plan is way cheaper. And in my experience, most people save money when they get on some type of routine eating. Following a meal plan, you will save money, unless and that could may not be true for everybody, but I think for the majority that will be true.
Awesome. If you have any more questions, y'all pop them in the chat really quick. I know we're going on 30 minutes, so I want to keep respect Kimball's time and everyone else's time. But I know somebody asked, is there like an example for what yoga dance or Pilates might look like? I mean, it's about 30 minutes, right? You had mentioned 30-minute workouts.
Yep, 30-minute workouts, and we're all of this content is original. Like we're filming all of it. We're working directly with these instructors.
That's
So a lot of the
awesome.
cardio dance fitness, we're flying somebody in, and she's actually the creator of Intensity Dance Fitness. But she's going to make it just for Q, right? They're going to do custom stuff just for Q, and that will be we're flying her in this weekend. She'll be here, and we're going to film a whole bunch of stuff. And then the yoga instructor, her name is Becky Childs. You can look her up on Instagram if you want to, Becky Childs. And then, yeah, we have there's a few other instructors we're bringing in, but it's if you've ever done a yoga class, if you've ever done Pilates, ever done cardio dance fitness like Zumba or anything like that, um, obviously it's similar to those things, right? These instructors have their own style, I'm sure, but similar to those things.
I love it. I love it. And so then really quick, if I wanted to do like okay, so you have to pick a plan. Do you have to
Yeah.
stick with that workout plan the whole time? You can't like mix and match.
You can't. So that's something that we are working on implementing, and it's a feature that we don't have ready yet. We don't have
Okay.
the ability to do that yet. We can do that on our end, and that's I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that.
Okay.
Kind of jumping back and forth.
Sure.
We can. So if you're a weekend and you're like, hey, this isn't working, or my gym shut down, or something like that, we can switch your plan. We can do that.
Okay.
But in the near future, you guys, everybody who's on the platform will be able to have multiple programs they can kind of go back and forth between based on what they want to do.
Love it. And so
That's coming.
after the challenge, this specific resolution challenge, the workouts will still be in the app, correct?
Yes. Yes. Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this has been amazing and I'm personally excited. Like I said, I've never gotten excited about a challenge before like this because I love the focus of it being a lifestyle change and not focusing so much on, oh, losing 20 pounds. Like that would be great. But the mindset behind that usually causes us to fail because we get
Totally.
overwhelmed. So
Absolutely.
I love the heart behind this.
Yeah.
It's been very well thought out. I'm amazed. This is going to be huge.
Yeah. I'm glad. Yeah. We've been working
So
hard. We're
thank you
excited.
so much for your time. And guys, I'm going to record this, upload this for you guys to share. We only have today and 2 more days to get people on this challenge. So I hope that after hearing Kimble, you guys will get on board with this and that you guys will go out and share this with your teams and your customers because this is going to be so incredible. To be a part of the first one is really fun.
Yeah.
Um, so again, Kimble, thank you so much for your work with us and your wife and prayers for her recovery. I get it. I have 3 kids of my own.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also thank you for just your time tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. I hope to interact with more of you soon.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye bye.